Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another QuinBoxed. This is a weird day for a video to release, but the time this releases, the 11th of the 11th sale on Aliexpress is live. And if you've been looking to score a few things, well, this might be the time to do it. Generally how it works, products and items are discounted, but the most discount you'll get is by aggregating a lot into a single order and then applying one of the codes. Now, in previous years, I would give you all kinds of codes and stuff I could generate, but seemingly that's done a bit less nowadays, and you can use the codes on AliExpress themselves instead of individual codes, I guess. But what does still apply is that you can use multiple of those codes. So try and fit as most you can in one order and then use the highest code. And then if you then still have stuff that you also want, you can still use one of the other codes. Now codes do run out nowadays, so order soon. But as always, especially like with these QuinBoxes, and we'll have some interesting stuff in here today to maybe aspire you to buy things. Don't buy anything you don't need, but if you do buy something which you were going to buy anyway, if you can go through one of my affiliate links and then either buy that item or buy any other item, it gives me a kickback and it allows me to do, well, these QuinBoxes and LED strip tests and all kinds of other stuff. So that was the intro. Without further ado, start your own music. I clicked something. Okay. And, well, let's unpack some packages. I think this is going to be a mega. So, get a drink, sit down, relax, and I'll tear into some packages for you. So you don't have to buy this stuff. But if you do see something or you do want to buy it, use the affiliate link. Right. Enough pushing the affiliate links. First off, we have a Baseus product, but this one, it's a bit of a weird one. It's a wiper repair. And on my car, I have a 10-year-old Volkswagen Passat. My windscreen wipers have started squeaking and making all kinds of bad noises. I don't like it. And seemingly with this thing, you can run it over the windscreen wiper and it'll slice off a thin layer, which would then repair the window wiper. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I am going to try. Because, well, I'm going to have to buy new ones at some point anyway. So, might as well scrape these and see what happens. There is a second version I accidentally also bought. This one comes with a sponge for some reason. Don't know why. But it's basically the same thing. It slices off a thin layer of your windscreen wiper so that it's repaired. Well, I have no idea. We'll see. Okay. Oh, well, yes. A black box. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh. Trying to see if my camera settings are correct. I don't actually know. I think so. Okay, was that enough to get in here? Maybe. No. Sure, we can get it out. That's fine. Don't need the box. Oh yes. I was looking forward to these. I'm going to do some more soldering in the future. C245 soldering iron tips from GeeBoon. GeeBoon. Okay. Well, these are all kinds of, well, soldering tips. So they are for the C245 system, which is what I use for my soldering iron. I have an Aixun T3A, which I like a lot. And these are various style tips. This is a pretty thin one. And I think I bought these because they seem to have pretty decent cartridges on them. Oh, this is a big boy. So I'm hoping these will heat nicely and stay warm during the soldering. I either bought a kit or I bought all the variants of these. there's a brand on there. That's mostly a good indication. Yeah, tips look good. Nice and beefy. But in the future, more soldering. So I wanted some new tips. Because at some point, they start corroding, oxidizing, I think. Anyway. Oh, this is a big package. If I stand still at every package this long, this is going to be a long episode. We'll see. We'll see. I have no clue how to get in here. Nope. Maybe I can make a new... There we go. There. Good. Oh. Well, it's a package in a package. Okay. Oh, this looks like... Oh, right. I remember this. It's been a while. I was looking on Aliexpress, and I'm going to do a 5-volt project somewhere in the future. Hopefully, maybe replacing these for something new. Anyway, so I was looking for 5-volt supplies, and I saw some fairly cheap ones, which look like, well, it's the same form factor as a Meanwell UHP, but then a lot cheaper. And this will do 5-volt at 48 amps if you're in a 100 or 110 volt area. Or it'll do, maybe not focus, there, 5-volt 60 amps if you're in a 240 volt area like I am. So that's going to be interesting. 60 amp we can do a lot with. But it is a Chinese power supply. It felt heavy, whatever that means. And so does this package. Oh! Yes, this is also for the same project where I'm going to need a lot of injection or especially power plus data wires. And I believe this is all 18 gauge. Let me check. Yes, this is 18 gauge wire. Not sure I can show you. There, 18 gauge. But 3 wire and then 50 meters of it, I believe. Nice. I can use that in a lot of projects. Good. Oh, what's in here? Some of these packages have been lying here for a while. That's how that goes. Oh, yes. Of course. Well, maybe this one is also... Let me check. My tool doesn't work. What do you mean? It's too taped up. Yeah, it's the same thing. I thought so. These are some USB-C cables from Vention. There's probably going to be more USB-C cables in here. I often, I don't know, give these away and use a lot of them too and stuff like that. So these are 100 watt PD, but they are the nice silicone type. Come on. They even sent the box. I generally don't need the box. If you have to say that you're a premium brand yourself, I don't know, man. Okay. So much extra packaging. Oh, okay. Let's see how nice and soft these are. This is a pink variety. It's a nice pink. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a very nice and soft cable, and it's very flexible. So that's nice. These are only 1 meter, it seems. Maybe I also bought a 2 meter. Don't know. Well, I'm not going to unpack them all on QuinBoxed. It's just silicone cable. Good for charging your phones, and these do feel nice, good, and high quality. I've had stuff from Vention before. It's generally pretty good. Oh, something completely different. It's already unwrapped. although it has multiple layers of bubble wrap for items that can't really get damaged, but okay. So let's unpack both. So this is something very different. These are butt connectors, and we have Spade type butt terminal connectors and bullet type. So let's take a look at the bullet type. Basically, if you ever have to make a connection that also needs to be high current, you can use some of these connectors. We have a male end and a female end. Of course, it won't focus with those on the screen there. And you can, in theory, mate these together. Whoa, they're tight, like so. And that gives a good high current connection. Now I have kits like these, which are for various sizes. So, well, it says it over here, 22 gauge to 16 gauge, 16 gauge to 14 gauge, and 12 to 10 gauge, which is good. But the unique thing about these is that these are heat shrinkable. So once you have your cable crimped in there, you then heat shrink this, and it makes for a very nice connection. The difference between these two boxes are that those are butt style, or how do you call that? Bullet style, I guess. Bullet, yes. And these are Spade, so these have a blade and a receptacle side, and they fit together like that. It's also a tight fit. But you can easily run a few amps over that, and that's fine. So, if you have to, make your power wires reconnectable, getting, why not close? Getting one of these kits might be a good option. And although I haven't used these particularly, I have used similar, and those have worked great. So. Okay, well, we have one of AMPCOM. I unpacked these during a live stream recently for the StarCam, so I'm betting there's a network cable in there. And there is. Now, we had a question during those episodes where we had some thin Ethernet cable, and on that Ethernet cable it said 30 volts. I was like, what? What do you mean, 30 volts? Then you can't really use PoE, which is like 52 or whatever volts. So I was like, okay, let's order some other cables. This is 28 gauge, so it's pretty thin wire. But let's see if it says a voltage on there. AMPCOM, okay, 2023. 23 gauge. No, this doesn't say a voltage at all. Well, then I would assume, since this is supposedly Cat 6, that this would be suited for PoE. Of course, with 28 gauge, you have some smaller conductors, but that's not the biggest problem if it's not very long. Okay, oh, more cables, charging cables, but this time from a different brand. As I said, there's going to be a few. Oh, okay, let's first look at the Baseus one. This is in a purple instead of a pink. And actually, you don't need the bag. Yeah. I've had more of these. What I like less about these is that they have this extra little part here, where, for instance, the Vention didn't. Oh, okay, these are basically the same length. Okay, well, let's look at the ASOMETECH, and I think that's the three brands I ordered. This is, I think, also supposed to be pink, but, well, I don't know. This is more pinkish. But these are a bit shorter, I think. Maybe not. Also, very liquidy. They feel a bit thinner than the Vention or the Baseus, but in theory they are rated for Oh, these are only 60 watts. Oh, interesting. Well, that's probably then why they're thinner. Seemingly these are 60 watt cables. The other two are 100 watt cables, so that would explain it. But again, nice and silicone-y. And if it's for your smartphone or your tablet or something like that, 60 watt is perfectly fine. Now, especially during sales like this, on the choice page and things like that, you can find these cables for like $2, maybe $2.50, $3. Great deals. Okay, next. I'm starting to sound like a salesman. I don't know. Oh, right. I wanted to test some angled, the SMA, I think these are SMA, yeah. Angled connectors. And, well, so I got some. Not much to explain there. Oh, we've got more cable. Oh, this is another ASOMETECH. We already looked at that one. Okay. What's in here? Oh. For a project we might do together on the stream, developing a PCB, I want to include a screen, and this is a contender. It's a 2.25 inch TFT screen, so not an OLED, with a fairly high resolution. And I believe this is an SPI version. Yeah. And if we're going to use it, we'll just copy this circuit and make our own. But yeah, this looks very nice. Cool. Probably will be back in the live stream at some point somewhere. I can't see the box I'm grabbing from. Oh, yes. Staying with phone chargers. I needed some new ones for in the car. I'm still using that Baseus one I did a review of many years ago, or a few years ago, which is 100 watt, and it's charged my laptop many times and other stuff. This is one from ESSAGER. It's also a brand I use sometimes. And this will do 140 watts. So next to 20 volt 5 amp, it'll do 28 volt 5 amp to reach that 140 watts. And then it also has a USB-A, which goes to 12 volt, it seems. Yeah. And it can do 140 plus 18 watts. Oh, that's not bad. Same time. Cool. Oh, it also has PPS. So that's variable voltage. Yeah. Nice metal construction. And I don't doubt that these will do what they're rated for. So if you're looking for a car charger, I believe this one had a good price. Maybe pick one up during the sale. I really don't want to sound like a salesman, but I don't know. Okay. Another TFT, but this one's a 1.9 inch. Okay. Try and get that tape off. Okay, so this one, oh, it's a bit bigger. Interesting. That's also a nice form factor. Also an SPI screen, I believe. Oh. Slightly different resolution. I think this is double the height in resolution also. That's very nice. That's a nice area for integrating into a product. We will see. Let me put those in here. Yes. Okay. One box is starting to get empty, but I actually have 3 over here. So, oh yes, we have the obligatory LED strip. How could I make a QuinBoxed without LED strip? I mean, this is a Cobb LED strip, which has 960 LEDs a meter. CRI 90? Is it analog or digital? Oh. Oh, it's RGB CCT, so 2 whites with 960 LEDs a meter. Okay, interesting. Good. Yeah, but this is an analog strip, hence there are no ICs here, only some passives. But because it's 960 LEDs a meter, or diodes a meter, I guess you should say, The cutting zones are pretty small for 24 volt. Interesting. I will give that a test at some point. Okay, LED strip can go here. I wonder what's in here. I've aggregated too much. Too many cables. Oh, what? It was a Vention envelope and there's TOOCKI cables in there? What? I mean... What? What? Maybe they... Oh, and there's even a Baseus cable in there. That's interesting. Okay. Well, TOOCKI cables, always good. This is an A to C. And this is also an A to C. I have a certain project I wanted to have these for. So that's why I bought them. Oh yes, I've been wanting these. These I came across during one of my Aliexpress sprees during the night, and they are banana plugs, which should also fit like the Raiden desktop power supplies I have, or the benchtop power supplies. Let me test that real quick. Yes, they do. Snug fit, nice. But on the other hand, other side, they have like a Wago style lever so you can insert a wire. And for some testing I do, that's actually very interesting. So I bought a few pairs, and then I can make some more cables that I can hot plug instead of having one permanently attached using fork crimps and stuff like that. Okay. Not sure they'll be very high amp, but something like 5 amp or near that should be perfectly fine for such a connection, I think. How to open this here? I never understand why. Oh, okay. I'm just going to open it on this side. Oh, it's one more of those Chinese power supplies. We will probably do a live stream where we test these. I have about 120 amps of load testing capacity. So this is a 5 volt 40 amp. Oh, and this is also only 240 volts. The other one was full range. So that's something to take into account. But yeah, I can attest about 120 amps continuously for like hours if need be. This is probably a lot cheaper. It looks a lot cheaper than the other one. That one looked really high quality. I have it right here. So, comparing these, there's a lot more stuff in here and it looks like a better PCB. I do like that this has 3 outputs instead of 2, but 2 is enough. This really looks like a Meanwhile UHP. Anyway, I like the flow-through design, so AC on this side, DC on this side. They both have that. Although this one is a bit weird. It has dual neutral and dual live and 1 earth. No, not sure why. But, yeah. Anyway. We'll probably do a live stream and test these and see if they can actually deliver what they should deliver and if they can maintain that. This one's very heavy. And this one, this one's actually lighter, although it's bigger. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's also lower amperage, but well, we'll see. We'll see. There's probably a price difference too. Okay. Oh yes, for that project we also needed those TFTs for, and that's a project where we're probably going to design a PCB on stream. I also needed some RGB through-hole LEDs. Well, that's these. But I didn't know what size I wanted, so I got some, let's see if it says on here which size they are. Maybe on here. Yeah, these are 5mm matte. Okay. These are 5mm clear. Okay. And then this is 8mm think, or maybe 6. And 10 millimeters. Okay, so even bigger. I just bought a bunch. They're very cheap. These are dumb LEDs, but they can do RGB. And I have some ideas on how to drive these to become status LEDs in the QuinHome actuator project. But we'll see that in the future somewhere. Might be next year. I don't know. Oh, last package of this box, and it's actually an important one. I know what's in here. So let me carefully open these up. These are some of the most important items in the house. Why? Because they are poop bags for the 2 cat litter or automatic cat toilets or whatever you want to call those. Now those I bought on Aliexpress, but they didn't go through QuinBoxed because, well, we wanted to use them, and we actually like them a lot. We like both models. I got a model a year ago, and then 3 months ago I got a different one, and both are good. The newest one is the best. I'll show you some photos over here, and I'll also have those linked in the video description. If you see a good offer for those during the sale, and you've been doubting to get one and you're still manually doing this stuff, get one of those automatic cat toilets. They are awesome. The cats love it, we love it, everybody loves it. Even the cat who always peed next to the box we had before and things like that, she loves going into the automatic cat toilets and has never peed or shit or whatever next to, or, well, not clearly not in the box, and they don't mind that it spins or whatever after they're done. Excellent. So yeah, I can recommend both. I'll have them linked in the description, and yeah, we needed more bags. So poop bags on QuinBoxed. Anyway, now you've seen it all. Okay. We are about 25 minutes in or so. Next box. Uh-oh. Is something in here we've already seen? No, it's not. Whoa. It's a new item. So I always wondered, you see these things on AliExpress? These are drills. There's a lot of Chinese on there. But I always wonder if these are real or knockoff. Well, they're made in China, but it doesn't say anything. It looks pretty good. This doesn't look like a faded label or a copy of a label or anything like that. Yeah. These are some drills from Makita. I have all my stuff from Makita, so I thought, okay, let's buy some of these. Can't get it open. And we'll see how the quality is. So far it looks good. Yep. And there should be a second one. Let's see if that's this one. Yes. Because this is for metal, I think. And this is for wood. So there are 2 different styles. Yeah. Oh, HSS tin, yeah, and wood. Yeah. So only a few bucks, and you know, if you lost a few drills in your kit or you've been using them for a long time, can't hurt to get more. Staying with the tools, I know what's in this bag. It's a lot of stuff, so let me get that. But it's a lot of the same. Oh, there's actually more in here than I thought. Well, let's start with this part. These are, and you've maybe already seen me using these on live streams. Come on. How is this stuck? There. Really? Okay, I'm done with it. There. Fixed it. These are small tool pouches which have some bits in there. They're pretty long, which I wanted to try, and I ended up liking. And they have some flathead and some Phillips head. And the way it works, I think it was already in the last QuinBoxed too. You move this up, clicks in, and then it makes for a very nice connection. And I've really liked using these. So I tested one, and then I ordered a whole bunch more because I got a very good deal on them. And I just like having these on the various places I work on, or like in my car or stuff like that. So let's see which versions I have, because I believe there's 2 different versions. Yes. So next to this one with this kind of handle, which I like, there's also this one, and it's slightly different. Same idea. You get one of these handles, but this is a different type of system, and you also get a precision handle. Well, this feels a lot cheaper though, and you get the bits with them, but these are dual-sided. In theory, this goes in here. I haven't used this one yet. Oh, okay. Oh, you have to open it, and you can put it in there. I've used the other one a lot. This one is new for me. It has a spinny top, so that's nice. And these are some precision bits. Yeah. And then we also have the larger ones. These all seem the same size, though. Interesting. Okay, this one's smaller. Sure. How does this work? Oh, we also have a flat head end. I'm guessing you just put them in here. Yeah. Okay. I like these less. So far, I don't think they're bad, but I like this system a lot more. And you can also put them in here if you want to use it like that. Interesting. So, yeah, I just wanted to have a bunch of kits that I could use in various places. And as I said, I got a good deal on these. That's why I bought a lot of a lot of them, I guess. Yes. So this one, I can't really tell you how good it is yet. It feels okay. See if I can close it. Nope. Come on. I guess I should roll it tighter. I don't know. Anyway. Put these over here for now. Yeah, but these I can wholeheartedly recommend. I really like these. Okay. So it turns out there's more in here. Let me get that out. All right. I got some extra bits to go with those tools, although I don't exactly know if they fit. But these are some hexagon and other style that isn't included in the standard Phillips and rounded or flatheads. So these are some security type, and these are some square hexagon type deal. Yeah, I thought I'd just add those because they should work in the same system. Let's see. It's a bit looser fit, but overall they do seem to fit. Oh, they're very magnetic. Yeah, that'll stay in there. Good. Yes. So some extra style bits to go with those kits. Wow, these are magnetic. Okay. Very good. I like that. I like some good tools. Now, these are mediocre tools, I guess, but then I can just buy a lot of them. Okay. We have some more soldering tips, it seems. I kind of went on a soldering tip spree binge. I don't know how do you want to call it. These are from OSS Team. Okay. Oh, this is a knife tip. Oh, nice cartridge. Let's see what else is in here. Anything special? Oh, this is all... Okay, this is a bent one. Thin one. Okay. And then I got some of these. Also, again, a different vendor. But I believe these are special high power ones. Or maybe those were already in the other ones. I'm not sure. Don't need the bag. Yeah, this one looks very beefy. Yeah, those look like nice cartridges. No brand on this one. Oh, there is. Yeah, okay. Well, I can't really say how well these do yet. When I have a new soldering project, we will find out. But my experience with Chinese tips, if they aren't as good as the true originals, wow, do we have even more? No. But they are very workable for sure. Okay, we have another screen. It's another one of those 1.9 inches. So, different vendor, but same screen. I'm not going to look at those. What? Oh, yes. Staying in the theme of soldering tips, I thought this was interesting. This is a soldering tip in the C245 style, but with thread on there. And then you get some of these. How does that open? And this is for heat inserts. So you can screw this part on here, I believe. And then this fits inside of the heat insert you want to place, so you can make perfect contact with them to squeeze them in, basically. That's the idea. And I saw this little kit, and although I don't do that very often, you know me, I'm a sucker for a good kit. So that's the idea. Easy heat inserts using your soldering iron. Okay, onto the pile. Oh, yes, this is also an interesting test at some point. My problem with USB PD is that it does 5, 9, 12, 15, and 20 volts. You can do PPS and things like that, but I kind of really want 24 volt. Now, this is supposedly a USB-C trigger that does 24 volt out? What? How? So I'm thinking there's probably a boost converter in here. And I should have two. Yeah. Is it different? No, it's the same thing. So there's probably a boost converter in there. But that would be interesting to test and see if it actually does 24 volt out and how warm it gets. And if it breaks, if you actually run it to specification. Sounds like an awesome live stream to me. Right. And maybe it's a good product, and then you can finally get some 24 volt out of your USB PD. Run some LEDs off of that, or something like that. Because 20 volts just too low. Okay. This is some mechanic soldering paste. I have lots of soldering paste, but those are starting to age, like 3-4 years old now. So I thought I'd buy some fairly low temperature. This is 183C, so it's not 138 like I have often. It's lead-free, and well, I wanted to give it a try. So this is from Mechanic. It's funny, I just returned from Shenzhen, and I actually found like a street corner mechanic shop thingy. It was funny. I got a photo. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's a charger. I remember seeing this a few months back, and it was like a 65 or 67 watt charger for like $10 with GAN technology. Oh, it has a security seal on there. What? Again, ESSAGER, from my experience, has been a good brand, like Baseus and the like. Let's take a quick look at it. Oh, feels like a good brick. ESSAGER GAN. Ooh. Okay, it has 2 USB-Cs and 1 USB-A. It can do 20 volts, 3.35 amps on USB-C 1 and 2, of course not at the same time. And then it can do about 18 watts on the USB-A. Okay. Yeah. Don't really like this style of brick because it's very, well, if you stick it in the wall socket, it's very big, and then your cable still sticks out of here. But as I said, this was really cheap, and for some purposes, that's fine. Oh. Okay. What's this? Again, it's an aggregated bag with various totally unrelated stuff in there. They do that nowadays. This is some sealing tape, anti-slip furniture pads, but then on a big roll so you can cut it to size and stick it to where you need it. I don't remember what I needed this for, but I have it now. It goes into the tape box, where all the tape and that kind of stuff lives. Okay, we got another 1.9 inch. Oh, it's a 170 by 320 ST7789 TFT SPI display. This is the same size we've already seen, so it goes on the pile. And this is a 1.59 240 by 240, or don't know, 240 by 280. Let's see what size that is. Okay. Oh, right. This one was really cheap. I think these are some kind of watch display that didn't sell, and so they're selling off these displays for cheap with the rounded edges. I just thought I'd buy one and maybe I could tinker with it at some point. But I'm probably going to use one of the other screens because I like that form factor a lot better. Okay, this is already the last one from this box, and then we have half a box left. I think we're gonna make it. Oh, we're already going 40-something minutes. What am I doing to myself? I also need to edit this. Oh, right, yes. I bought a few of these recently. Again, I got a good deal on them. And these I really like if you have the need for a desktop charger. These are great. They have 2 USB-A ports, which can do a fair amount of power. Then 2 USB-C ports, which can do 100 watt, not together, but still. And then one 140 watt. And how do I know these are good? I have the old model and this model right there. And these are powering all my cameras, my extra screen here, all the charging I do, and all kinds of stuff over here. And they've been doing that for, I think, over a year already. And I really, really like these. They're perfectly stable, and they work really, really well. So if you don't have like a desktop charger type deal near your workstation, I can highly recommend these. The only reason I don't recommend them for everything is if you're going to connect a laptop which you want to use while it's being charged. Sadly, these only have a 2-prong connection and not a 3-prong connection. If it has a 3-prong, like the one in the previous episode, which was a 240 watt, also with a nice display and readout, those will work great also with your touch pad and things like that while it's charging. But for any other use case, these are great. I have a few of these already and can highly recommend them. They're very good priced in my opinion. They have a nice display on there which you can also turn off. They have the wireless charging. Yeah, nothing bad to say about these. So again, if you're looking for something to buy during the sale, maybe this one with a few USB-C cables and up your charging game. Okay. Well, sticking with stuff that isn't packed. When doing soldering, I like using these metal wool shavings to clean the edges. And the one I have was getting really old, so I got one that included the standard, you know, standard holder for these. You put the metal shavings in there and you can dip your soldering iron in there. And yeah, in my experience, that works fine. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it says it right here. Well, we're not going to look at it. Don't look. Don't look. Why is this in bubble, in protective? Okay. I'm not really sure why they put it in one of those, because why would you do that? Okay, there's soldering iron soldering wire in here, but I really don't know why it needs this kind of protection. I mean, it's soldering wire. I like that it has the large hole, because then it goes on my my soldering wire spool holder. And again, we're going to do some soldering on the live streams again at some point. So I bought various new mechanic soldering wire with flux in them. Let's see here. We should have various variants, I think. Yep, this is a different one. This is lead-free solder wire, and I believe this is leaded. Yeah, PB, lead. So this is 37% lead, and this is lead-free. I thought I'd give it a try. Who knows? Oh, we have some more overpacked soldering wire. Why would you do that? Are you afraid that it's going to get dinged up during shipping? I mean, it's not bad. It doesn't hurt it. It's just total overkill. I believe from these are two different sizes. So, can't quite make it out. Hold on. This is 0.6. And this is 0.3, so for a bit finer work. Should we take a look? Well, they have been tested by blah blah blah, removal, blah blah blah. Okay. I don't know, we'll test that during a live stream sometime. Sticking in the same theme, we have some solder braid for wicking wire. So when you want to get the solder off, you use some of these solder wicks, and I believe I also got these in small and medium size. Yeah, 1.5 millimeter and 3.5 millimeter, and you can use that to wick away the solder, to desolder it. Cool. What? It's ROHS2. What? What does that mean? It has no lead. Times 2. What? Okay. Oh, wow. The end products this time are really boring. We have some prying tools. Sometimes I need to pry open something. If maybe it's in a car or it's a laptop or I don't know what. And if you use metal, you always leave dings. That's why I get some of these plastic spudgers. They might break. They're very cheap. That's fine. But plastic on plastic at least doesn't leave those dings like you do with metal. Last is a boring box with screws loose in the bag. So this is a standard DIN rail enclosure box. And I thought like, oh, maybe in the future I want to develop some stuff for DIN rail. This is a really cheap one. And I had a project in mind for Project StarCam where we needed some fuses and things like that. I ended up solving that a different way with wires with glass fuses built in. But then I already ordered these and they are pretty cheap. So this is a 2-part enclosure. It has a slightly, how do you call that? Smoky top cover with vents. That's nice. And then it has a DIN rail mechanism here. It's a pretty cheap one, but you know. And a bottom layer where you can design a PCB for this size. And I think if you put the screw holes here, you can put the PCB in there. Yeah, it leaves some space. And then you can screw it down together with the enclosure. And you have a nice and cheap, well, box to put your project PCB in. Now, maybe we'll use it at some point in the future. I don't know. You can put your terminals over here and over here. And yeah, then you have a cheap box for your project. Feels pretty okay. Once it's together, it'll be sturdy enough. And well, that concludes our QuinBoxed Mega. We've been going for at least 50 minutes. Well, my package table is clear again, but if anything is in any indication, after watching this episode and the 11th of the 11th sale going on right now, don't miss those codes so you can get like off per item and per order. Your package table might be filled up again, just like mine probably will be again. Thank you for watching. If you use one of the codes or affiliate links, or well, there's no codes this time. If you use the affiliate links, that's always very much appreciated. And I hope to see you back for another video, probably something else, another live stream, or maybe on the Discord server. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.